Why I walked away from MGTOW. As time goes on, I'm starting to see how men going their own way, the supposed MGTOW, a vast majority of them, are really not much different from the average blue pill man. You know, just saying you're going your own way is not enough. You're not really making a difference in the world. You're not really impacting anything. And before, my my ex fellow MGTOW brothers say, well, you know what, bro? We're not trying to make a difference. We're just going to go our own way and let it burn. We just want to let it burn. Here's the thing. That's not true. You want your reality to become the reality for the masses. Otherwise, guys wouldn't ask me all the time, bro, do you think MGTOW is growing? Do you think MGTOW is growing? Do you think, most of the blue pill men are going to wake up? You want the world to be your way, the same way the blue pill men want it to be their way. The problem is, neither of your realities are sustainable or natural. Neither of these were how it was supposed to be. Okay, a blue pill society where men chase and worship women is not natural. A society where men walk away and the world suffers is not natural either and is not sustainable. And what's going to happen with MGTOW, my prediction, you are still vastly outnumbered by blue pill men. So the simping will always go on. The blue pill mentality will go on. At the very least, more and more kids will be born. Women will always find a way to get pregnant, even if it's by the worst of the worst men. So MGTOW, by walking away and not passing on your seed, you're going to die out, right? You're going to die out in maybe 20 to 50 years. But guess what? The whores are going to continue growing. There's going to be more blue pill men being born. So you're not going to win that battle by simply walking away. Walking away isn't even close to enough. My problem with most MGTOW men, although fundamentally we do see so many things the same way, is that you guys are content at being at level 1. Just seeing how the world works, just seeing how fucked up women are and the blue pill shit and not wanting to be a part of it, that's one very small step in the right direction, but it's nowhere near enough to live a fulfilled life. Now let's pretend you don't want to change the world. Let's pretend you don't want to, fix people and heal people and whatnot. As a man, you're never truly fulfilled unless you're running on all cylinders and you are chasing your purpose. Simply walking away from women and just leading an average life of just consuming and hoarding resources is not fulfillment. That is not enough to make you truly feel like a man and feel like you are doing what you were put here to do. You have a deeper calling, whatever it is. It can be a different thing. You could be meant to be, a healer of some sorts, curing people of sicknesses. Your purpose could be anything else. You could have a number of different purposes. But so many men I'm seeing in MGTOW, they don't even want to chase anything. They're using it as a crutch to be mediocre men, while being under the guise of, this is us, liberating ourselves from, these toxic women and stuff like that. But you're not really doing anything that matters, and your lives don't really matter. You're not contributing anything that's really making anyone's lives better. Most of it is just guilty pleasure, shaming stuff, videos about, fuck these feminists, 10 reasons why feminists are crazy, 10 reasons why you shouldn't date a single mother. And although all of that stuff is great and valid to a degree, it is not the end goal. This is not valuable enough information to make someone's life better, to make even your own lives better. So many men in MGTOW, I understand if we used MGTOW as a stepping stone to either try to really put the society back in your favor, which you would have to do by healing men and women, not by dominating them and cutting them out and shaming them the way feminists do. Which is the way a lot of MGTOW are just, they have the laziness and mediocrity of the blue pill man, and they have the shaming and exclusivity of a feminist. You're like, if you fucking like fused a blue pill man with a feminist as a man going his own way, that's like what it is. So many men in MGTOW, when you create content that is not exactly aligned with what they want to hear, because they're so used to their fucking, conditioning and their routines, if you create any sort of MGTOW content that's trying to steer things in a different direction, you get backlash from men who are like, no, I just want my feminist hating videos. I just want to shit on these women. And dude, don't get it wrong. I love shitting on these feminist women. I love shitting on these blue pill men. I'm in agreement with you. But there's more to it than that. You have to be working towards something that matters, A lot of us say, yeah, we don't want kids. That's all reactionary. A lot of us deep down, we would have loved to have a loving wife. We would have loved to have kids. We would have loved to live in healthy societies. You're reacting the same way feminists react when they say, oh, I don't need no man. I don't need no man. Because the average man has been raised to be a blue pill faggot. So women cannot trust and be attracted to men like that. So they become feminazis and they hate men. It's the same thing you're doing if you just become a level 1 MGTOW and fuck these women. I don't trust these women. I'm keeping my distance. That's all valid, but you have to be working towards something that matters. If you're just going to stay on that level, what kind of fucking life is that? How much different are you really from a fucking blue pill man? Yeah, okay, I don't trick up my money on women and I don't cater to women, but now I'm just this fucking guy who just sits inside all day and consumes and, guys say, no, it's not true, man. I do shit I like. I hang out with my buddies, I fucking drink beers, shit like that. I play video games. That's all loser shit. I mean, look, hanging out with your buddies is good, but just playing video games and eating shitty food is not really a step up from being a blue pill faggot. It's slightly better, but it's really nothing at the end of the day, and it's nothing that's going to lead you towards any sort of fulfillment. And when you're on your deathbed, you're like, I'm really glad I got to experience that. I'm starting to realize I have more fun fighting for things that matter to me and trying to make huge impacts than I do either being a blue pill faggot or a level 1 MGTOW who's just like content in shitting on bitches and watching MGTOW gossip videos, which are like the ones that just talk shit about women but don't have a positive moral to the story at the end of the video that's actually going to take you in a new direction, that's going to really open your mind up and expand your horizons and make it so you can accomplish incredible, beautiful things. I'm not seeing a single MGTOW creator that's really trying to take men in a really positive direction towards the future, towards building something that matters. It's funny, the guys who are just claim to be red pill, the guys who don't really claim to be MGTOW, who are just quote unquote red pill, actually have better dreams and aspirations for men. But I'm seeing just the average fucking MGTOW supporter, the average MGTOW content creator isn't really creating anything that fucking matters. The information is worthless for the most part. And I don't really care who I piss off because I only want to work with a small group of men anyway who are actually serious about making moves. I'm not into this gossip shit. Every video you guys see that I do has a positive moral at the end of the story that if you really pay attention can help you start making moves in your life to get where you want to go, regardless of how fucked up the society is. But so many men are just like feminists. They're just like blue pill men. They just want what they want. They've been sold their narrative and they just want what they want. And so many MGTOWs, the vast majority, just want to stay on this mediocre level of watching the videos where we shit on bitches and talk shit about bitches. Alright, if I do a video, fucking 10 reasons why single moms are cancer, that video will do great. If I do a video called Why Men Should Eat Natural Electric Foods That Cure AIDS and Cancer, fucking maybe 500 or 1,000 guys will watch that video. If I do a fucking, top 20 things wrong with American women, I can get 10, 20,000 fucking views, a shitload of praise. If I do a video how to start healing people spiritually and mentally and, actually having love for each other again, nah, fuck that shit. So you're no fucking better than a feminist, and you're no better than a blue pill man. a blue pill man, because you're addicted to the vindictive, angry part of MGTOW. You're not interested in growing and changing. You want to stay basking in your little bed of fucking toxicity and hatred, and you want to stay in your comfortable little swamp. You know, you're like Shrek, this is my swamp. You don't want to uproot yourself from the fucking swamp, metaphorically speaking, of entry-level MGTOW mentality, shitting on bitches, and actually start building and moving towards things with your fellow man. You want to stay in this little herd of shitting on bitches, and that's it. Well, guess what? You're going to die one day, okay? And then the next generation of men isn't going to continue what you're doing. They're going to just keep doing the blue pill shit. So you're not even going to matter anyway. Your existence isn't going to matter anyway. And you're going to just fade into oblivion, just like every other fucking group on the internet that came before you. You know, just like the MRA guys, they're going to fade into oblivion because they're not really doing anything that matters. Okay, if you want to stay relevant and you want to achieve your dreams and you want to see a change and an impact, you actually have to do shit that matters. And just doing videos where we shit on bitches is not enough of an impact to do something that matters. You have to do something on a bigger scale. And don't give me that shit, oh no bro, well, we just want to be content. No, you don't. Because you're a man just like me, and you have a burning desire, and you have dreams and aspirations. And when you were a kid, you wanted to fucking be somebody. And settling for being someone who just sits at home and plays video games and hoards your resources and shits on bitches, that isn't a fucking life. That's a defense mechanism, that's a coping state, that's living in reaction, and you're not getting any younger. So you better think long and hard what the fuck you're gonna do to make yourself feel fulfilled and feel like you're on your purpose as a man. Because just being on this level 1 MGTOW shit is not fucking enough.